should have. Hello, everybody. Razorblade Mingo here. And as the time of recording this, Jeff Keighley's Game Awards happened last night. And I should have a video about it coming in the next couple of days. Hopefully. Just some pieces need to fall into place first before I can make that happen, because I'd like to bring on 2 people to talk about it. And I'll reveal who when the time comes. So that should be exciting, and I'm quite looking forward to talking about it with said people. But I wanted to make a separate video about one of the things that was announced during the Game Awards. Same beautiful people that absolutely butchered Middle-earth Shadow of War with loot boxes. The same people that shoved in loot boxes to Injustice 2. The same people that ruined Mortal Kombat X. And the same people that tried to exploit a deceased member of the Shadow of War team by adding him into the game as a payable character that you then, all the proceeds don't go to the guy's family, because that's just Warner Brothers Interactive. They're scum. They are scum of the earth. And one of their next projects was officially announced last night, which is the most obvious one, which is Mortal Kombat 11. Because Ed Boon went on stage, and, you know, Ed Boon being Ed Boon, and I will give it to him, it was a pretty cool little reveal where he was going to talk about, you know, the sports award, and then, oh, guess what? Oh, there's an interruption on the TV, and then Mortal Kombat 11 shows up with pretty brutal, as expected, CGI, unfortunately, teaser trailer, which I think the game said it was coming out in late April, and April 23rd, and that there was going to be a community reveal event January 17th. So for people that are excited, that should be exciting. And it was a cool trailer. I liked it, aside from the really terrible music that they used. It's, you know, it's Mortal Kombat characters fighting and blood and gore spilling all over the place. It's fun. But while everyone else was feeling happy and excited, I just couldn't help but feel sad, because these days I cannot allow myself to get excited for a Warner Brothers game. Probably the only one that I'm genuinely excited for is that Harry Potter game that got leaked a couple months ago, which I saw the footage of it before it got taken down, and it does look really good. But Mortal Kombat 11, after what they did to Mortal Kombat 10, I just can't get excited for this, because I know Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is a company that makes good games and then ruins them with their monetization bullshit, because Warner Brothers is one of these publishers that have hopped aboard the live service train and just refuse to get off, even when everybody is begging them to get off. They're like, nope, we're staying on, because fuck you. And while they haven't announced loot boxes or microtransactions yet for Mortal Kombat 11, it wasn't even an hour after it was announced that Warner Brothers was already going to stink up Mortal Kombat 11 with its normal chicanery. So what I'm referring to is there was a picture that went around afterwards, and it's been confirmed since, that when you pre-order the game, which is coming to all consoles, PC, and Nintendo Switch, weirdly enough, one of the bonuses involved was access to the beta, which is most likely going to be a demo, because the word beta has been so distorted. But that's not my problem. The other pre-order bonus that was announced was Shao Kahn. So let me put this into perspective. When Mortal Kombat, I can actually do this with the last 2 NetherRealm games. When Mortal Kombat X was coming out, it was revealed that Goro was going to be a pre-order character. And back then everybody was like, okay, Okay, so if you pre-order Goro, you know, you might be able to get him for a week, and then everybody else will be able to get him, because Goro is one of the most popular characters in the series, one of the most iconic since the beginning. Nope, that's not how that went down for Mortal Kombat X. When it came out, it turned out that if you did not pre-order Mortal Kombat 10, if you wanted to wait, if you wanted to get it used because you just couldn't afford the full retail experience, you had to then pay an additional $5 for Goro. $5 for a character that's already on the disc, that's already been updated into the game, but he's locked behind a paywall because you did not want to pre-order. Doesn't even matter if you went into the shop the night after it came out to buy it. If you did not pre-order it, you could not access Goro unless you paid an extra $5. That was on top of the $60 or $90 that you spent paying for the deluxe edition, or the, God forbid, the $150 you spent getting the collector's edition, which might have come with the Goro. I might have to go back and reiterate that, but you could not play as Goro if you did not spend an extra $5 in the game, which was a load of shit. And people were really annoyed. They were like, what the hell? Why is Goro, one of the most popular and most iconic characters in the game, locked behind a $5 thing? Why? Why is he a day one DLC character? What the hell? So that was a load of shit. And it wasn't even a case of like what they're doing with Super Smash Ultimate, where if you buy the game before the end of January, you get Piranha Plant, and then everybody else has to pay for them. Which, that's not great within itself, but that is a lot better than holding the game hostage, holding the character hostage behind a pre-order and saying, hey, you better pre-order this game or you're going to have to cough up an extra $5 for him. Fuck you. So that sucked. Then when Injustice 2 came out, they pulled the same stunt with, guess who? Darkseid, which, again, one of the most popular, iconic characters in the fucking Justice League universe. He is the Thanos to the Justice League. He's one of the biggest villains in the DC universe, and they lock him behind a $5 day one DLC purchase. It's bullshit. But I think Mortal Kombat 11 is the worst case of this, because you're locking Shao Kahn behind a pre-order as a pre-order bonus. Shao Kahn, one of the most iconic, even more iconic and memorable than Goro. Shao Kahn, the main villain of the fucking series, is a pre-order bonus. And I bet you anything that if you don't pre-order Mortal Kombat 11, you're going to have to pay $5 for him day one when it comes out. I would bet money on that. Because this is Warner Brothers. They have a history of repeating the shit that people don't like. Except maybe the loot boxes. But we'll get to that in a minute. So, this is just, it sucks. It wasn't even an hour after it was announced, and it's already WB is pulling this crap again, after everybody expressed twice that they didn't like it. Hey, we don't like that you're taking this character that we all like and putting him pulling him hostage as a pre-order bonus. We don't like that. And Warner Brothers just plugs their ears and goes, la 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 la, I can't hear you, la la la, you guys want Shao Kahn as a day one character? Oh, well, here you go. Shao Kahn. It'd be one thing if it was a guest character, that would be bad enough, but it's Shao freaking Kahn. Come on, that's like putting Sub-Zero or Scorpion behind one of these. He's there, he's on the same level of iconic status as them. Again, let this sink in. Shao Kahn is being held hostage behind a pre-order. That sucks! Again, not even an hour after the game was announced that they pre-order the game. We haven't even seen gameplay of it. All we've seen is this CGI teaser of it and some screenshots. That's it. That's all we've seen of Mortal Kombat 11. And yet WB wants to go all in on the fucking live service. Oh, here you go. Here's all the shit that you're used to from us. Here you go. Because that's WB. WB are scum. It's like they can't help themselves to be shit. And the only reason I dump on WB so hard is because they have franchises that I love. They have properties that I love. They have Batman. They have Harry Potter. They have Mortal Kombat. They have Lord of the Rings. They have stuff that I like. And yet they just can't help themselves to just, like, again, like I said with Middle Earth Shadow of War, the loot boxes, it's like the fandom, the fandom that the love that these properties get is not enough for WB. WB just has to continuously just push it one step further in order to just squeeze that extra dollar out of people. Unfucking believable. So, but wait, here's another thing, and this has not been fully iterated on yet. But knowing WB's history, I don't see good things coming out of this. So here's another thing that they said. In the description of the YouTube video, it says the all-new The all-new custom character variations give you unprecedented control to customize the fighters and make them your own. So they're basically gonna take the, from what this sounds like, let me be so bold to make a prediction. They are going to take the cosmetic stuff from Injustice 2 and they're gonna put that into Mortal Kombat 11. Which, if they are, you guys gotta remember that Injustice 2's got loot boxes in them. And you can absolutely buy them. I don't care if it's just one step. I don't care. Like, a lot of companies try to skip past you don't pay for the loot boxes, but you can pay for the currency that allows you to buy the loot boxes. So although you're putting in that one extra step, you technically are allowing people to buy the loot boxes. And also, the cosmetics in that game, guess what? The coolest cosmetics in Injustice 2, they are locked behind a grind to get the fake currency. Or you can just, hey, just buy the fake currency and we'll give you the skins that you want. Yeah, there you go. You don't want to play our game. You just want to get right to the good stuff, even though you spent $60, $80, $100 on the game. Now, you give us more money, please. That's what they're going to do. Mark my words, this is what they're going to do with Mortal Kombat 11. They're going to have all of the cool skins, the cool unlocks for every character. They're going to make the grind irritating just so they can tempt you to spend money on microtransactions to unlock it for the character skins. And I don't care if it's just cosmetic, because looking cool in a video game, even if it's just cosmetic, is an appealing thing. That's why the loot boxes for Overwatch are still so popular. People love to look cool in an online game, and if they see something that a player is wearing that they don't have that looks cool, they're automatically going to get that little bug in their head that tells them, oh my god, I don't have that, I might need to go spend money on the cash shop in order to do that. And if you're not bothered by that, great, fine, Godspeed. But not everyone is you, okay? There are a lot of people with tendencies to want to collect everything in a video game that are going to see this, get frustrated, and just fork over the extra money to get all the cosmetics in the game, which I'm sure adds up to an obscene amount of money from one person. Mark my words, this is the exact same thing they're going to do with Mortal Kombat 11. And I played Injustice 2. I got the Ultimate Edition or whatever for $17. All I had to do was wait a year and a half, and I got the whole game, everything, even Darkside, for $17 when it would cost $100 or more for everything. So, and I got tired of it. I just was like, this is a game designed to be a live service, and it's grindy, and it's got all the cool cosmetics behind these unlocks. And I played it for like a couple hours. I beat the campaign, which was good, and then I just deleted it. I just used it like a condom, and then I just threw it away. Sorry, that's what these games have. That's what these companies have reduced these games to. They're just condoms. They're dish rags. You just use them and then you throw them away, unless you're somebody like not like me that likes to skip from game to game to game. Why should I keep playing Injustice 2? Why should I keep playing Mortal Kombat X for the grind? Why should I keep playing Middle or Shadow of War for the grind? When I have Smash Brothers Ultimate, which doesn't have microtransactions in it, and is rewarding, and fun, and enjoyable. Why? So anyway, that's my video on Warner Brothers. It's only gonna get worse from here. For people that are excited for Mortal Kombat 11, it's only gonna get worse from here, and it's gonna be the same cat and pony or dog and pony show or whatever the fuck that term is. It's gonna be the same shit that they pulled with Injustice 2, except they probably won't have the loot boxes this time, because loot boxes are a dirty word nowadays, even though Ubisoft is trying to put them back in with the new Trials game, which, ugh. So they might, if they're that stupid and that bold, which they are, they could put loot boxes into Mortal Kombat 11. It's possible, because it's WB. WB are shit. And if I didn't make it clear, fuck Warner Brothers Interactive.